Hello, welcome back to Suburban Hunt 365. I'm DJ back in the reloading room again today. And today we're going to be continuing on with our shotgun series here on this channel. Now last week, if you didn't catch it, we did the Federal Slugs. The link will be above if you want to go check that out. And they actually did pretty dang well, taking the lead so far in what we've done across there. So when I was looking in my safe over here, I actually found that I still have some Federal Shorties. The little 1 3/4 inch, little 1 ounce slug, supposedly going 1,200 feet per second, but so far none of them have actually done that. But these are more of a gimmick for like the range type thing. But we're on this shotgun series, so I said, you know what? What's the viability of actually being able to use these little bitty things in a hunting scenario as far as accuracy goes? And that's what we're going to test today. We're going to go ahead and we're going to run through the same choke test that we've been running through. So for those of you that may not know, what we're doing is we run through 5 different chokes. We've got our skeet, improved cylinder, modified, full, and then extra full. And I will be giving you the actual diameters of each one of these as we go through, because not all chokes are the same. What you want to look at is make sure you get those diameters when you're working with those. So you will be getting that, and we will be using yet again the Remington 870 Super Mag, topped off with a Vortex Venom on top. The target will be out to 50 yards. I really don't expect, with a 1 3/4 inch shell, I really don't expect a whole lot to go down. I don't expect any serious accuracy out of this stuff. But if we don't know, we don't try, right? So let's go ahead and let's start it. Let's just get it running. The first up is going to be the skeet choke, 50 yards. Let's see what happens. Okay, I gotta be kind of honest, guys. That's a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Actually, quite a bit better than I thought it was gonna be. That actually came at a 4.5 inch group, which isn't awesome by any stretch of the imagination. But with those shorties, I could be wrong. I don't know. The short shells, 50 yards, 4.5 inches. Uh, Interesting, to say the least. Now, a little side note there, for those of you that did or didn't catch the Federal video, the largest group last week was 4.5 inches, and now here we are with a skeet starting at 4.5 inches. But we still got 4 more chokes to go. Let's see which way this goes. So next up is going to be our improved cylinder. Let's go. Okay, that's what I expected on the first go around. So I was kind of surprised by that skeet, but this improved cylinder is exactly more along the lines of what I thought was going to actually happen. This group came in at 9 3/4 inches, and this is at 50 yards. So yeah, not not using the shorties with an improved cylinder on that. That's rough. The actually the velocities as far as deviation goes aren't looking terrible. But yeah, that's just a long way to go in a short shell. So let's just move this right along, guys. Let's try and see what the modified does. All right, guys, that is absolutely horrendous, horrendous. That is 11 3/8 inch group at 50 yards. Absolutely horrendous. No way in the world am I going to be using these for any type of hunting scenario at all. That's just, wow. That is horrendous. Modified choke didn't do us any favors. 11 3/8 inch. Whew. That's tough, guys. All right, let's just get on with this. Let's just go to the full choke, see what happens. Well, surprisingly enough, the full choke brought it in a lot, quite a bit. That is a 5 3/4 inch group. Again, this is at 50 yards, guys. Not awesome. So the best two that we have is a 4.5, and we got a 5 3/4 now with this full. Yeah, I just, first off, I don't even know if the velocities are going to be enough to do any actual damage. I mean, these things are running, you know, 11. I'm guessing that average is somewhere in 1160 mark, give or take. Um, so, in order for them to work, you're gonna have to bring them awful close. But let's no, let's just go to the extra full and see what that gives us. All right, I shouldn't laugh, guys. This is terrible, absolutely horrible. Okay, that is again an 11 and 3/8 of an inch group at 50 yards, and that's with the extra full choke. That's just bad, just bad. So, as far as viability goes for a hunting situation, I'm gonna put a big no on these things just because of how inaccurate they are. I mean, holy crap. So at 4.5 and 5 3/4 are the best ones we have. So the skeet choke gave us a 4.5 inch group at 50, right? So just for kicks and giggles, I pulled the target into 25 yards just to see what we could get. Because I mean, what scenario? You'd have to be in a really tight bow situation to have a blind or a stand to where you're only going to shoot within 25. Yeah, it's just crazy to think. What kind of scenario would you want? You don't have to build a scenario to make this work. But I was curious, what kind of group can we get at 25 yards? So I shot it. So here is a skeet choke at 25 yards. All right, so at 25 yards, we came in at 2.25 of an inch group. So, could you hit the target at that distance? Absolutely. Technically, you could hit the target at the further distance as well, but that's just the possibility is just so wide there. So, if I was to use a skeet choke, and if I could get a deer within, say, 25, 25 max, at 2.25 is rough. I mean, you would really have to set that up to work in your favor. And honestly, this was with my 870 here. I didn't test the multiple racks and trying to rack around and seeing how all that works. There's other videos on YouTube that I'm sure we can go look and see what's going on there. The other thing is I've got a couple single shots. That might be a scenario. You know, a lot of these WMAs around here are shotgun muzzleloader only. If I get a spot that's going to be really tight, really close, and I get a climber up there, I might, maybe willing to try it at a 25 or in type scenario. But you know what? Before I even do that, I'm going to go to the gel block. We've got to. I'm gonna go. I told you on the last video that I want to do the ballistics testing with the slugs. So if I can find them, because I ended up shooting all the ones that I had, and right now a lot of them are back ordered. So no, I'm gonna do the ethical thing first. I'm not gonna hunt with these until I actually hit a gel block with it to see if I'm gonna do anything but wound the deer. So this was kind of a fun one. Didn't want to waste anybody's time, but I saw those. I had those in the safe, and again, they are more of a novelty thing. And it was like, let's see what happens. So that's what happened. 4.5 inch as at best is at best. So guys, if you guys have stuck with us this far, I can't say thank you enough for getting through it. Just going through this video, more of a little bit fun one than serious. But thank you guys for sticking with us, guys. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down there, hit that like button, really help us out. And then as always, comment, comment, comment. Let us know what you want to see. So from Suburban Hunt 365, I'm DJ. We'll catch you guys on the next one.